everybody, we're about to start the show, and this is where I want you to hit the share button. Let's see here. We've got 1 minute till showtime. My guys are setting up the stage right now, the studio. This is where you go ahead and hit the share button, because we got 50 seconds to showtime. I'll count us in. 46, 45, 44, 43. Give me, help me. Thank you, Marcus Stamos. Mic check, very good. 39, 30. I need residual checks. 36. Thank you. 34, 33. Give me the air horn. Thank you. 30. Thank you. I always need my drink. 28. 25 seconds. Yes, thank you. Troll Patrol. I need the laptop. There we go. Perfect. 20, 19. Yes, don't forget to hit the share button. This is my share wig. Thank you for that. Thank you, Elliot. We got 12 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. New shirt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Live from Hickory. It's country-ish. Alan!
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am from Hickory. I'm happy about it. I hope you're happy, no matter where you are. And if not, allow me to try to change that for the next 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to try and keep this show under an hour so you watch the whole dang thing. And we got a great show. It's Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. We're live right now. What up, bumpkins? This is episode 99 of Country-ish, and we have a next step in baby talking Sky Karen show for you today. We have actor, comedian, Saturday Night Live alum, Jon Lovitz, going to zoom in to the show. There was a big brawl at the Panthers-Viking game. We're going to talk about that, look at that vidya. Lots of baby talk with Lil Baby and Da Baby. And there's Karens in the sky. But we're live right now on YouTube and Facebook. And one way I like to prove to you that we are live is I got two interns sitting over here. Looky here. We got Elliot the intern, and intern Isaiah is back, baby, from Virginia. Welcome back, intern Isaiah. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back.
Good to see you. You look good. You look a little bit more older and wiser, even though you got the baby face. I think you've lost some lbs.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of weight.
Good for you.
I stepped on the scale today, and I think I lost 20 pounds.
Oh, my
maybe.
gosh. What is the secret? Everyone wants to know.
Well, I mean, I didn't change my diet. I just cut back on what I ate.
Oh, well, that's called portion control. So you're watching your portions. That's good. Also a very famous Prince song. You know that one, don't you?
Portion control.
Oh, portion control. Oh. Welcome back, intern Isaiah. These guys are live. They're checking your comments on YouTube and Facebook. Let me ask you a question. This will have to do with our small town news story. Have you ever been in a big brawl? I'm not talking a fight with you and one dude. I'm talking all your friends and some other people are fighting all at the same time. I want to know about that. Leave that in the comments section, and if it's interesting or fun, I'll have one of the interns read your comment and give you a shout out on the show. But hit the share button. We are growing a little bit every time, and it's because you guys at home are hitting that share button. Now, at the top of the show during the countdown, I'm asking you to share, and I'm going to ask you one last time, and I think, Alan, this might be the last time that I do this.
Well, I think with this particular song for sure, I think we need to retire this one.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm asking for the share too much. But I'll tell you what, it's fun to do. What I've done is I've come up with a thing here, to try and get you to share. Because I know a lot of you are thinking, well, John, if I hit the share button right now, I'm going to miss a funny thing you do with your face. And you're always doing something weird and goofy with that face of yours. And I don't want to miss that. Don't worry. I'm not going to be entertaining or funny at all for the next probably 20 seconds to 45 minutes. I came up with this thing where I look right at the camera and I beg you to share. It's called the share stare. If I could make you share, I want you to do it today. Please hit that arrow button that points his way. I want you to hit the share button. I need you to hit it now. Oh, see that? That's my impression of share. That might be the last time I do that, though. But I did that for you so that you would hit the share button. And if you did, thank you. If you didn't, I know you get around to it. And the reason why I'm thinking maybe it's the last time, there's so many other share songs. I'm getting tired of doing the same one. So why don't you do this? Here's another question for you. Leave it in the comments section. What share song should I be mocking the share stare? You know what I mean? Like, what other share song would you like for me to do? Right? Leave it in the comments section, and we'll figure that out. Maybe I'll do that for next time.
And I think we should let everybody know that they're welcome to use Sunny and Cher songs.
Oh, yeah. Sunny and Cher.
That counts. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of – she has a huge library. So you choose. Let me know. But we're not just a live show on YouTube and Facebook. We're a regular old podcast for your ear holes. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Podbean, anywhere you get a podcast. We're there, and we love it. We love our listeners as much as we do our live people. And if you are just a listener, why don't you go write us a nice review on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. That helps. All right, let me plug some tour dates real quick. My next gig will be in Jacksonville, North Carolina, October the 22nd at a place called Hooligans. One show, October 22nd, Jacksonville, North Carolina, Hooligans. Then on the 23rd, I will be in Bolivia, North Carolina, at the Brunswick Community College at Odell Williamson Auditorium. Come see your boy do his thing on the stage. But let me get to the man sitting across the table who's been patiently waiting. Very, very tall, very famous, very athletic dude. Played a little b-ball for the Charlotte Hornets back in the day during the Kelly Tripucka years. Some people called him the Fly Swatter. Also known as the Southeastern Man of Mystery. I like to call him Sebastian. How are you?
Fantastic, brother.
Good to see you. You look tan.
Well, traveling southeast, you get that way.
Is it true that you and I were just both in the same state at the same time and we missed each other?
Yes.
This happens with traveling dudes.
Yep.
We're two headlining, powerful humans, ships passing in the night.
Yep.
We're busy. You were at where were you in Florida?
I was right above Destin.
Right above Destin.
Yep.
It's beautiful down there.
It is gorgeous.
The water's like blue, right? Like really blue.
It's bluer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you were in Jacksonville where
was
the water is not blue.
No, I didn't even go to the water, dude. I stayed in my hotel room. I went to LA Fitness or Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Well, I've stayed with you in that room before. I wouldn't leave either. If
The
I had
Mandarin Suite.
The Manchurian
You
suite.
call it the Manchurian Suite, yes. It's a nice room.
It
It's
is.
big. Is it for a Ramada Inn? It's fantastic.
I've
Dude.
never been in a motel room that had a full-size refrigerator like you would have in your home.
Yeah, full-size fridge. There's a kitchen. There's a stove.
Yeah.
Microwave. It's got a full dining room table, big bed. I love it. I get there, I unpack. I take all my clothes out because it's a huge walk-in closet as well. And I got all these hangers. I hang stuff, and I get set for the 3 days I'm there, and I pack it all up. I drove down there Thursday, did a show Thursday night. Thank you if you were at my show in Jacksonville, Florida. We had a good time. Good crowds. People showed up. And it was great. Honestly, I have nothing bad to say. It was kind of funny that when I first got there, and the Manchurian suite's got these gigantic windows, right?
Yeah.
And I opened up the windows, and just in Jacksonville style, there was probably 8 cops and one guy sitting on the curb. He just pulled him out of his car with his hands. He's handcuffed right outside my window. Day one. I'm like, that's the Jacksonville I know and love.
That's it. It's always that way.
But I had a good time. The Comedy Zone, Jacksonville. Thank you all for coming. That was a good time. Drove down there, like I said. I did my show Saturday night. That second show, did 2 shows. And I was like, I want to get home in time to really enjoy the Panther game. And I'm like, well, if I go to sleep early after my show and I get up early enough and I drive, it's a 6-hour, 7-hour drive. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I got energy right now after my show. The adrenaline's going. I've had 2 Red Bulls. I'm going to drive right after my show. Really? So I had already had my car packed. They gave me my check after the first show. I was like, I'm not selling merch after the second show. I'm just going to take my stuff, loaded the car. I literally said, thank you, good night, love you. And I love you, Jacksonville. Walked out the back door, got in my car, and drove. I just left. There were probably people out there waiting to see, is he coming to come out here and, sell merch? I was gone. I got a phone call 30 minutes into the drive from the manager going, oh, hey, John, you forgot your sliders. You ordered some sliders? You mean just bring them up to your room, buddy? I'm like, those are for you, dude. I want you to have those. I'm already outside of Jacksonville. So I drove all the way. I got home at probably 6 a.m. Wow. 6:30, and then crashed and then watched football the next day. But, yeah, that's my new thing. If I'm not drinking, which I'm not doing, Sober October, still doing that. Hashtag, not one drop, day 19, not doing it. So far, so good. You drink all you want.
Thank you.
Don't worry. On the 30th, we'll be back.
I'm going to go do Sober November.
No, you go on a bender in November.
Sober we're going to cruise in November, so we'll definitely be on a bender.
That's right. Also, real quick, so thank you for that. I want to revisit something. Look at this paper right here. This is called The Focus. It is kind of famous in Hickory. This is, what would you say? This is like our National Enquirer of just Hickory?
Yeah.
Or a social sort of magazine,
Kind of like your arts and entertainment.
Entertainment
newspaper thing.
This one's from September. Do they do it every month? Is it once a month?
Every week.
Oh, it's every week. So we gotta get some new ones. But anyway, we've all grown up here. We know what Focus is a thing here. Also, that's a thing. They have a page 3, which is notorious for the hot chicks, right? I mean, back in the day, it was like, oh, who's the page 3 girl? Yeah. Like, did I see her at Yesterday's? Did I see her at Hooters? You're always like looking at the page 3 girl, but they call them now in this woke environment. It's called the page 3 beauty.
Oh.
Okay. And this is the page 3 here. Pretty girl.
Yes.
It says here, women age 18 and over are welcome to submit their digital photo files to be a page 3 beauty. So what I was thinking, since now you can identify as whatever you want, there are no rules anymore. We could identify as a beauty, as a woman. Maybe we go get some photos made. Me, you, Stamos, the interns, and we see if we can get on page 3. If they don't let us, that's a little sexist on their part.
So
they're not woke.
Not woke enough.
The Focus needs to get woke. They need to be wokest. We're gonna wokest the Focus.
All right. Well,
I'm just doing it to troll them a little bit. I really don't care. I mean,
and you're thinking about what kind of these pictures are we talking about here now?
Well, I think Alan knows someone who takes like sexy lingerie type photos.
Oh, like a boudoir.
Yeah. Or maybe like the George Costanza photo where he was like all sexy in his boxer shorts and black socks stretched out on that armoire or whatever it was, the chaise lounge.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll take some photos.
Okay.
And what I'll do is, we'll all take some photos. I'll post one on the Country-ish fan page and let people vote. Which photo do you want us to try to submit to page 3? And once we decide on what photo it is, everybody take that photo off, copy it, save it. You also send it to the email. And we'll just flood their inbox with a certain image. You go, this is who the page 3 beauty needs to be. You know what I mean? Focus. The email is focus1721embarkmail.com. That's an old email, dude. Embark Mail?
That company's been out of business 20 years.
That's like a net zero account, Elliot.
Yep.
He has a net zero.
No way.
He does.
Elliot's got a net
He's got
zero.
a net zero email.
Just for
Oh
you.
my
yes.
gosh. What's
Just for
next?
you.
AOL?
But listen, that's something we're going to work on, okay? So make sure you're following
Oh,
the
Lord.
Facebook. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll work on our confidence for that.
Well, luckily, hopefully we'll get that done sooner than later.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not drinking. I'm still svelte. I'm down maybe 3 pounds, but I'm gaining muscle, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. All right, dude. I say we get to our first segment. What I do in this segment is I go to Twitter. Hang on. That's for later. I go to Twitter. I click on your hashtag, you see, and I find what it is that's trending, and I talk about that. I weigh in on it. It's how you know that we're live and we're current. It's a segment that we like to call Ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. All right, dude. This is local as well. It was about to go down. There's a brawl at the Panthers-Viking game that went viral following a tweet. Tough loss, too, by the way. Went into overtime. I mean, we didn't even deserve to get to overtime. It was bad. We should have beat this team. I don't know what's going on with our defense. It's just not looking good. We can't catch the ball. Lots of drops in this game. I watched the whole thing. Anyway, there was a brawl that happened at the game, and this went viral. So I figure we'll watch it, we'll talk about it, and we'll see what's going on. So let me read a little bit of this backstory here. So apparently, and I'm the kind of dude, if I'm going to go to another stadium and I'm rooting for the Panthers, but I'm at someone else's stadium, if I'm brave enough to wear Panther stuff, I'm definitely not going to be a loudmouth. I'm just going to keep quiet. If something good happens for my team, I'll go, yes, right. I don't go, ooh, in your face, So I think that's going on because there's a lot of brawls happening.
I've seen this a lot.
All over the NFL and college games. So it was a verbal back and forth between fans during the Carolina Panthers-Minnesota Vikings football game that turned into a brawl inside the stadium. The brawl, making its way on social media, a guy named Eli Jones recorded the fight, told the Charlotte Observer on Monday that two fans who sat behind him had exchanged unpleasantries throughout the game. People were basically holding them back in the stands. Following the game, a 34-28 overtime loss for the Panthers, a male Panthers fan waited for the Vikings fan in one of the entrance tunnels. The Panthers fan had others waiting with him. So, I mean, this is why you don't go to another stadium and start crap. You know what I mean? You're outnumbered. Why would you do that?
Most of the time, you're outnumbered.
Yeah, if you're on someone else's turf, that's just dumb. Don't you want to enjoy the game and then live to watch another game? You know?
The alcohol gets you feeling
That's,
good.
I think, what has a lot to do with that. Let's watch this video, you and me and the interns and you guys at home, and let's see what happens here. Go ahead, the Alan Jackson. It's like a 3-minute long video. Oh, so we've got. Oh, it's a female. Okay. This is great. Oh, they got a man down.
Panthers fans,
Number 8's going at. This Vikings dude's pretty big too. He looks like a. So this one dude's still laid out. It looks like a Panther. It looks like there's maybe 3 Viking fans surrounded by Panther fans that are trying to separate them from this other. Sounds like a female instigator. And that. Let's pause it real quick, the Alan Jackson. Let's talk about this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, ladies, can you do us a favor? Don't start stuff that we can't handle. A lot of times, I know I had a friend named Shannon in L.A., dear friend, and we would go out to eat sometimes, and she would see things happen and start yelling at people.
Yeah.
I go, you can't do that, because I don't even agree with what your point is. And I don't want to start swinging just because you're the girl and I have to defend your honor. I disagree with you. You're my friend, and I can't let you get your ass whipped. By the way, I'm wearing flip-flops. I ain't fighting in flip-flops, so shut your mouth. You're going to drag me into a fight I don't want to be in. And I think this happens a lot. Women, could you please?
This does happen a lot.
Thank you.
This
You're backing me up on this.
This happened to me with my ex-wife one time watching football. She was a big Gator fan, playing Ohio State. Mm-hmm. All Ohio State people around us.
Yeah.
Knows more stats than the dudes do.
Right.
Starts talking, and then it's on.
Yeah.
Had to take
and
the
then here's
watch
the
off.
guy.
Had to stretch out.
Because you can't just stand there and let her
No.
get her. I mean, some of these dudes will hit back, ladies.
Yeah.
Chivalry's dead.
It's
okay?
over.
I don't know who killed it. Could be you. But it's dead. And there are dudes who will hit you. And if that happens in front of me and I'm with you, then you've just dragged me into a fight. So that's just rude. Please don't do that. Now, so I think that's what's happened here, right?
Yeah.
I think. I could be wrong. But let's continue the Alan Jackson. Let's watch more of this Panther-Vikings brawl. Okay, so it looks like they're kind of breaking up.
Yep.
Now, who's yelling? All right. They're still sort of pushing and bumping. And that Vikings dude, he's got some gray hair, but he's a big dude.
Yeah.
I like that they bleeped it for us. Oh,
hit
now
the
he's
chick.
he pushed the girl. Now it's on. See, because the girl came at him and he kind of shoved her, which is an assault on a chick. And now all these dudes are like, can't have this.
Yep.
And then they're pushing. Now he's going after a guy. Oh, now he's down. The Vikings man is down.
He's down on a 10-yard.
Oh, he got knocked out. Oh. And then this is what happens. Yeah, never.
Oh my God!
Now there's a girl. The girls are going at it. Now there's a girl down. Oh, the Vikings man is back up. And he's going after somebody. He looks like he's doing a mosh pit. He's going after everybody. Bad camera work, by the way, Eli. Yeah, what was his name? Eli? You could have done a little better camera work here. But I'm glad you captured it.
Here's one down
Look,
on the
the
ground.
lady's still down. All right, Alan Jackson. So, in this article here, the 2-minute video, the Vikings fan is seen being held back as several Panther fans confront him. The Viking fan gets pushed to the ground, then punched in the face, knocking him out. A woman confronts the Panther fans, but then she's knocked to the ground. He said, I thought it was pretty crazy. I've been going to Panther games since I was a little kid, and I've seen tons of fights, but never anything like this. An off-duty police officer did tackle the male Panthers fan before the brawl began. So that first guy down, that was an off-duty cop taking down a Panthers guy. But, I mean, if he's off-duty, no one knows.
Yeah.
Jones said he didn't know if anyone was arrested, and there you go. So, I don't know. I guess what can we learn from this? Don't run your mouth if you're not on your home turf.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I would do. I've been to many.
And John, can I make a request too?
Yes, please.
To anybody who ever has an opportunity to film another fight like this, please turn your phone to the side landscape so we can get a full breadth of everything going on. This whole portrait thing is no good for watching fights. That's just a PSA, a PSA for me.
Thank you, Alan. You will capture more in landscape mode than you will up and down mode, because we see a lot of ceiling.
Yeah.
And we don't need ceiling. We need more people.
And you do really good at this, John, too. And we're always in barroom brawls, and you're just so great at filming.
I'm like right away.
You're right there at it.
You know,
I mean,
and you
you're
guys
following the action
thank
a
me
lot
later.
better, too. You're right in there.
Yeah.
Dodging.
Mark is running out the door.
You're dodging
Remember
bodies.
Mark opened the door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Keith was clinched.
Yeah.
That was a fight.
I'm just grabbing beers
Yeah.
so they don't. Yeah.
So, any interesting comments about barroom brawls? Because I asked that question at the top of the show. Anybody talk about like getting in big fights?
Well, you had mentioned how the lady shouldn't start something that the guys couldn't finish. Well, Julie Beth said, "I never start anything I can't finish."
Right. Well, you say that,
Yeah.
and then you get knocked out. You say that. They all say
that. Yeah.
But as a dude, even if you can't finish it, right? Especially if you can't finish, even if you can finish it, as long as it's girl on girl, you kind of like, okay, but as soon as a guy touches you, as another dude, if we don't do something, then we're shamed.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just saying that's a thing. And I know all girls are going to say, I don't start unless I can finish it. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that comment, though. Yeah.
And we got a bunch on Facebook, and
I missed
people get
you.
into fights.
Yeah.
And somebody commented, and I'm curious how he was the only one got caught. So his name's Stephen Dean, and he said, I started one at a party and was the only one who got caught and put in jail out of like 30 people.
Wow. So Steve Dean, are you a slow fella?
Was it like in Cobra Kai when that guy has the beer taped to his hands and he can't open the doors and he's like struggling to get out?
Could be. I mean, you tell us, Steve Dean, what happened. I mean, I was in a big brawl like that once, a couple of times. There was a big lawn party fight in Raleigh at NC State where it was like a fraternity versus us. And we had Scott Essery. And John Beaver. So those dudes didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing Scott hit a dude so hard that the dude actually was lifted off the ground from the punch.
Yeah.
I've only seen that in movies.
Yeah.
When Scott hit this dude and that happened, everybody went, whoa.
Yeah.
Like they got nervous. And Scott's not a big dude. He just knows how to punch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. That was what is trending. That was brought to you by Hendrick Honda of Hickory. Yes, if you have a good escape car, you can avoid these fights. I would recommend something from Hendrick Honda of Hickory. Get out of there. You can get the hell out of there with Hendrick Honda. That's what I would recommend.
Tell her out of the keys.
Oh, man, I'm feeling it, dude.
Oh.
I'm feeling this next one. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
You see what we're doing right now, people at home? We got these little troll dolls on our pencils, and we're in the mood for some trolling. What I do here is a verified Facebook page. I seek out other verified pages, and I wait for them to say something silly or dumb, and then I leave a comment, and I see if I can get a response. It's a little segment called the Troll Patrol. Okay, and today's victim, I told y'all there's going to be a lot of baby talk. And don't forget, we got a great small town news story coming up about Karens, okay, in flights, in the air. And we've got the very funny Saturday Night Live alum, Jon Lovitz, is going to join the show. So don't go anywhere. But so what I did was I told you it's going to be a lot of baby talk. We got Lil Baby and there's Da Baby. How quickly, off the top of your head, Isaiah and Sean, Sebastian, how many babies can you name in R&B, rap, or any kind of musical baby? Quick.
I can't think of any.
Da Baby.
Da Baby, Lil Baby.
Little Baby.
Babyface.
Babyface.
Babyface. Sweet Baby Jesus.
How about, does Da Brat count? Remember Da Brat?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's not Da Baby.
That's close.
Yeah. Well, a lot of babiness going on.
Yeah.
You know, or
Baby.
Boys to Men.
There's a lot of songs of Baby in it, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby Got
A lot of
Back.
baby songs. So this is the baby talk I'm talking about. I trolled Lil Baby, and he left this comment, okay? Now, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to read this word for word.
And just as a producer's note, no, you're not. So-
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are of the Alan Jackson. They keep changing. I'm going to err on the side of safety, and I'm not going to read the exact words. But I don't know. Maybe y'all leave it in the comments section. Am I allowed to quote someone? if I'm using their words, am I allowed to read someone else's words, and do I have to change that? I'm asking all my African American friends out there. Am I allowed to say this? I'm talking to you, Rick Sanford III. I know you're watching, Rick. Leave in the comments section, all right? And let me know. I'm not going to read it exactly, but you'll know what I mean. This is what Lil Baby left in a comment. Back outside. Now, he spelled back B-A-C-C. Now, is that a thing? Is it a new thing?
This could be a new word.
Bach?
Yeah, maybe
Bach outside?
Bach outside tour.
Well, maybe it stands for something. B-A-C-C. Baby at Coastal Carolina? I don't know what it means. Because he's saying the tour might be called the Back Outside Tour.
Yeah, maybe that's.
You know what I mean? Like that could stand for something. Isaiah, I need you to quickly Google
Urban Dictionary.
What does BACC Outside Tour stand for?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So this is what Lil Baby said. He goes, Back Outside Tour was a success. Now I'm off to get some rest. When I come back, spelled B-A-C-C, I'm stepping on N-words next. Thank you to everybody who helped this become a success. Now, the N-words, I think we know what that means. It's right there in case you can't. It's not. These aren't my words. And I'm wondering, has Rick Sanford III said anything yet? Okay, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to be safe. I
Need
don't wanna get
emojis
canceled.
there too, though.
A couple emojis. He's got the emoji with it's like a
He's mad.
like something's coming out, but he's like peace. Any word on the BACC?
I think it's a typo because on his website it's spelled correctly, B-A-C-K.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the little baby mucked up.
All right. So look, he wrote, I'm going to step on necks.
On next.
And I left a comment. And what I said was, no, thank you for not stepping on Caucasian necks. I happen to be a Caucasian. He left me out of the neck stepping in his comment. He said N-words next. Now, that's black on black crime. I don't like this. But as a Caucasian, I'm happy that my neck will not be stepped on, when he comes back, after his rest. Yeah. I mean,
Get
or
some time off.
no rednecks, no Asian necks, no Mexican necks, just N-word necks. Because that's what he said. And my comment got 679 likes, 19 comments. And again, all I'm doing is trying to get a little attention, stir the pot a little bit. I'll read you some of my favorite comments. Robert Untermeyer said, John, you win the internet today. Bill Pierce said maybe he made a Floydian slip when he said that. Like Floyd Mayweather? I don't know. Is that what you mean by that, Bill Pierce? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Lil Baby, by the way. I can't give you one of his
One lyric,
song.
one bar.
No,
That's
nothing.
what's
Can
called
you?
bar. It's bar.
Can you?
No, I cannot.
Okay. All right. So it's not just me.
I should have
Elliot,
prepped.
No, sir.
you're a
So-
music dude.
Someone actually tried to get us to book the baby a couple years ago, and his price went. I mean, when he was an unknown to
Yeah.
No,
had
no,
one
that's
hit,
Da
and it was in the
Baby.
Are you talking
stratosphere.
Lil Baby or Da
That's
Baby?
Da
Baby.
Baby.
Huh?
A dub baby?
Right.
Oh, Da Baby. Da Baby is different than Lil Baby.
Right. Sorry, my bad.
You got to get your babies right.
Isaiah, have you found out anything?
About the Back Outside tour?
Yeah,
That's
just
all I
what
could
you said,
find.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's read some more comments. Mike Stankowski says, sounds like no neck is safe. Not even a redneck. Hashtag troll patrol. JJ Brent said, don't count on it. Anyone who capitalizes every single word in a sentence cannot be trusted. I'd watch my back if I were you. Jeremy Wood says, well, if your neck is going to be stepped on, a little baby doing it would be the best. Why not call himself Toddler? Yeah, I mean, if I have to choose someone stepping on my neck, it's not going to be you. You're a big dude.
Yeah.
I'll choose a little baby.
You get a little.
Yeah, so that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
And Rick Sanford III, he left a comment, and he said, well, considering he is half my age and a foot shorter, I think my neck is out of reach, both figuratively and literally.
Step up.
Step up, son. Rick Sanford for the win right
my
there.
God.
There you go.
That's how they
Look, it's a fun little segment. We just like to just gently troll.
Oh man,
That's all it is.
That's
so thank you
great.
for everybody for playing the Troll Patrol. We got a lot more show to do. We've got a very funny comedian, actor, Jon Lovitz, going to zoom in. And we got a great small town news story about a Karen on a plane. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more country-ish after this. Real quick, if you want to help us out, one way you can do it is give us a rating and a review at Apple Podcast. As you can see right behind me, so far we've gotten 234 ratings, all 5 stars, baby. That's what we want. Also, you can write a review. The last one was written on April the 10th, 2020, so we need some new ones. Go in there and be creative. Say nice things, please, and it will help us here at the studio keep the lights on and keep making funny country-ish podcasts. Thank you. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Country-ish. We'll see you all back here next week. Bicycle.
Great show, man. Hey, are you okay?
Well, I got a lot of itching back there. I feel like there's fire ants in my pants. I don't know what to do. I could barely make it through tonight's show.
John, you're still live online right now?
So I guess it's not just me. Thanks, guys.
Here you go.
Wait a minute. You've had this in your bag the whole time.
Well, you bet. I keep this on hand for butt itch. This is actually the new Preparation A spray. It works fast and no touch, so, hey, what about the show, John?
All right, we're back. Thank you. Did you hit the share button yet? I hope so. You'll get around to it. Any interesting comments, guys, on the Troll Patrol?
None on the Troll Patrol, but Benjamin Huffman commented and said, "I'm a green beaner. I'm half Mexican and half Irish."
Oh, well, that would be in the Troll Patrol segment.
Was that during
Yeah,
the
because we were talking about race, so that would qualify. He's half Mexican, half Irish. Calls himself a green beaner. I love that. I love that. People owning their stuff and having fun with it. I'm a ginger. I don't get mad when you call me a ginger. You know what I mean? Go for it. Also, look, I do another podcast from time to time with a very funny comedian. Well, he's okay. His name is Jon Reep. A little show called the Hickory and Reep Show, and we did some baby talking as well. Check out this clip of last week's episode where me and Jon Reep get to talking about Dave Chappelle's bit about da baby. Enjoy. Do you know who da baby is?
I do not know who DaBaby.
Do
not know. I'm more in the New Kids on the Block, Rick Ashley, Salt and Pepper. I just bought tickets to go see all of them.
Yeah. I like the baby face. Remember the baby face? I like the baby face.
Your rent. Yeah.
I like
you got that whip appeal, baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was thinking of Tony. But yeah, I don't know the baby or the toddler or the adults. But apparently the baby said something, homophobic or anti-gay and got in trouble for it or something. So, and the only reason I know this because Chappelle brought it up.
Right.
And I'm thinking, well, maybe we got to go see what that is.
Yeah, I don't even know what it
I want to see what he said. Yeah.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die.
Okay, pause it.
Lady.
Okay, right there he said,
if
you don't have any AIDS or HIV or any sexually transmitted diseases, put your cell phone up and light it up. Put your cell phone light up. So he's saying he wants these people
Right. Yeah.
So like acknowledge him by putting his cell phone in the air and turning the flashlight on.
Okay.
I think that's what's happening so far.
Okay.
The only point Chappelle was making was it's funny to him how you can shoot and kill a guy at a Walmart and not get in trouble as much as you are saying put your cell phone light up if you don't S on some D.
Dude,
I mean, look, we're not going to see DaBaby because he's a philosopher or he's a policy maker. We're not electing him in any sort of government position, right? So what do we expect out of our DaBaby to rappers? I'm saying it's whatever. All right, we're back. I love Heffron and Reep. I love Dave Chappelle. Not sure about DaBaby, but if you want to see us live, next week will be tomorrow. Tomorrow 8 p.m. All new Heffron and Reep right here, 8 p.m. All righty. I say we move on to our next segment. This next segment now has a sponsor. We have a new sponsor. It's the Comedy Zone in Charlotte. That is in my backyard. All right. Only 45 minutes down the road. The Comedy Zone is the premier comedy club in North Carolina. It has any major headliner that you've ever heard of or ever want to see will at some point be at the Comedy Zone. Here's their tour dates. You got Mel and Tim coming up. Jon Lovitz, who's going to zoom in here in a second. Andy Gold, Lex Bibbs. We got John Hinton, Michael Blausen, Samuel Camro. I don't know that one. But lots of great headliners coming up at the Comedy Zone. Go to cltcomedyzone.com. Look for your favorite comedian. They're probably going to be there at some point this year or next year. And, in fact, the guy that we're about to talk to is there this weekend. You know this guy from Saturday Night Live. That's where that was his bread and butter. Went on to do many, many movies. Just an all-around funny dude, a legend of comedy. Please welcome, who's zooming? I'll tell you who's zooming. Jon Lovitz. And he's joining me right now, the very famous, very hilarious Mr. Jon Lovitz. How are you?
Fine. Thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
I appreciate you taking the time to do it. Where are you zooming in from?
Los Angeles.
You're in Los Angeles. What part? I lived in Studio City there for a while. I just moved back to North Carolina about 3 years ago.
Very different.
Yes. And you're coming here. You're going to be at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You've been to this Comedy Zone before, haven't you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Last time I was there, I was making fun of South Carolina, and some woman came down the stairs and started yelling at me, and I thought she was going to attack me with her bayonet.
Bayonet. Yeah, I got punched there. The last time I was there, a lady punched me in the rib cage. Yeah, I was leaving. I thought the meet and greet thing was over. I was just trying to get back in the green room, and she says, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let's take another picture." And then she goes, "You trying to get out of here?" And then just hit me in the rib cage. So be ready for that, I guess. No bayonet.
Yeah.
I always like to find out, where do you think you got your sense of humor from? Was it dad? Was it mom? Was it both? Was it even them?
Yeah, I think both of them. And my mom was just naturally funny without trying to be funny. And her mother was, and my great aunt, they were very funny, very dry sense of humor. And then my dad was funny. Yeah, everyone, my grandfather was really funny. And I wrote a sketch. It was called Sunday. It was for Solar Energy Day. And on the library steps, there's about 350 people. And then this was in like 1978.
Yeah.
And then this comedian came up to me and said, or 79, I think. Anyway, he goes, "Hey, can you introduce me to the crowd?" I go, "All right, what do you want me to say?" He goes, "Just say, this is the first stand-up comedian from Russia, Nikki Lennon." I go, "Okay." So I introduced him, and the guy was amazing, like just hilarious. And it was Robin Williams, but it was like 9 months before he did his Mark and Mindy and became huge in them.
Oh, wow.
And afterward, I asked him, I said, hey, did you see my sketch? I go, yeah. I go, what'd you think? He goes, because I thought it was funny. He goes, at first, you imitate other people, and then you find your own style,
Right. Wow.
And I never forgot that. And that's kind of what you do.
One of the best sketches on SNL was when William Shatner comes on and he's doing a press conference in front of Trekkie fans. And he asked, I think it was your character, he said.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Star Trek convention. He goes, you, how old are you, 30? You ever even slept with a girl? Right. I didn't have a line, but I just went.
Yeah. He just went to outer space. You ever have, would you love to go to outer space?
No. Because I'd be worried about, can you guarantee me 100,000% I'll come back? And they're like, well, no. I go, I'm good. I say it's you go, it's a scam. I go, for $250,000, you go 55 miles up and see the stars, or for free, you can wait till it's dark, walk outside and look up. I've been scuba diving. If you want to feel what it's like to be weightless, you can go scuba diving, and they put weights on you. So you call it zero buoyancy. So you're in the water, and you don't, because of the weight and the air you don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
So you're just you just stay in one spot in the water. So it's like you're weightless. And then if you want to go up or down, you do it with your breath.
Right. Yeah.
You fill your lungs with air and you go up. You blow out, and you go down.
Right. My dad nearly drowned doing that one time, trying to fix a hole at the bottom of our swimming pool by wearing a backpack full of rocks and trying to breathe through a garden hose. And he almost died that day. But yeah, I think I might.
What happened? Did it? Well, you'd think that would work, but I wouldn't think so, because you got to suck the air down.
Yes.
You couldn't.
No.
Yeah.
That's the trick. Your lungs are not strong enough to suck air through a hose this big all the way down to 9 feet underwater. It's impossible. He didn't think of that, and he got down there.
That is okay, but yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah. So I remember that turned into one of my bits, and he actually said, in case I can't breathe, I'm going to tug on the hose, and when I tug on it, that means abort mission, take the hose and pull me back up. He was going to use it like a rope escape ladder, with me and my brother supposed to pull it up, and we're kids. We yanked it right out of his mouth. He almost died.
And then what? He had the rocks on, and he panicked.
He couldn't get the backpack off because it was way too tight. He had wrapped duct tape over it because he didn't want the air coming out of the tube. So he had duct tape all over his body, and so he panicked.
How did he get up?
He ran. He ran to the shallow end up the slope. Have you ever seen anybody, this goes to your point, like weightlessness, trying to run underwater?
Well, at least he was smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah. On the TV show Holy Moly, you play a character, Captain Long John Silver.
They go, you can do it, and we'll pay you, and we'll give you a set of golf clubs, custom made. I went, all right. And they go, you do this, and it was so ridiculous. And I go, Will Ferrell would do it. And I get the clubs. What the hell? So I did it. And I remember being there, and I go like, ugh, what happened to my career? And they thought that was so funny in the reviews. And then I watched the show, and I know Rob Riggle, but I thought the show was hilarious. I had no idea how funny it was.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Really fun.
I mean, there's a clip of you. There's this lady who jumps on a shark, and she obviously has zero upper body strength. And when she jumped on this shark, her head hit and she bounced out and was in the water immediately. And it cuts to you on the ground laughing. And I think it's a genuine laugh because it was funny.
I was crying laughing. They would just wipe out.
I mean,
it looked so funny.
In terms of stand-up comedy, you started that a little later than because you were a groundling first, right? And then you went into stand-up later.
Well, I saw Woody Allen when his first movie, Take the Money and Run. I was 13, so I want to be a comedian like Woody Allen. And then I saw the movie Lenny about Lenny Bruce when I was 16 with Dustin Hoffman. It was so great. And Dustin was so great. I'd never heard of Lenny Bruce, but the movie was so great. I go, I want to hear the real guy. I didn't even know this guy existed. I was 16. I didn't know. So I went to the record store and I got Lenny Bruce's albums. And then I saw it's an album, Woody Allen, The Nightclub Years. I didn't know he'd been a stand-up. So I bought that. And I would go to my friend David's house. I go, you got to hear Woody Allen. It's so funny. And then I went to UC Irvine. It was a drama major. And it lived in the fine arts dorm. There's like 60 of us, 30 guys and 30 girls. Everyone was like in acting or art or singing, whatever. So they decided to have a talent night.
Okay.
So I go, yeah, I'll do that. So I would do their Woody Allen and Lenny Bruce's routines
Right.
for the talent night, you know?
Yeah.
And then right after college, I went to the Comedy Store and they had a workshop, a free workshop on how to be a stand-up. So I went, you know, I tried, I got on SNL and Dennis Miller would be like, you could be a stand-up and bring me to a club. And I get up for 5 minutes and they knew who I was from Saturday Night Live. So they go, yay, Jon Lovitz, yay. But I didn't know what I was doing. So 5 minutes later, it was like sound of one hand clapping. And I went, man, I got to know what I'm doing. But I would try stuff over the years. And Dana Carvey would go, you could be a stand-up. And then, you know, I knew Robin Williams. He hosts the show. I go, do you think I could be a stand-up? He's like, yes. I became friends with Eddie Murphy, who was the biggest stand-up. I go, do you think I could be a stand-up comedian? He goes, yes. So I go, I'm asking the guys that were like the biggest comedian in the country, and they're telling me yes.
Do you do any jokes about local references? Do you use local references? Do you go there and go like, hey, what town is this or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay. I was going to tell you to throw the word Hickory in there. Hickory will get a laugh if you throw in the word.
I have a friend. I know I have a friend like that. He goes, where are you going, Charlotte? Oh, the football team say this. And he always wants to mention the football team and say their cheer. You'll get a huge response. I'm like, I have an act.
Yeah.
No, but I'm telling you, I go, I know you've been doing stand-up for never. It's so cheap. I go, I'm not doing it.
So there you go. Everybody go see Jon Lovitz this week.
Jon Hickory Lovitz.
Woo! At the Comedy Zone in the Queen City of Charlotte. And thank you so much, Jon Lovitz. I appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, Jon Hickory Lovitz, everybody. Go see him. He's at the Comedy Zone this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Charlotte. CLTcomedyzone.com for tickets. All right. We got one more segment to do. As you know, there's a lot of crazy negative things going on in the news. A lot of politics, a lot of pandemics. Sometimes we weigh in, sometimes we don't. But this here segment can be best described by my good friend Justin Clyde Williams.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right, man, here we go. We got another Karen out there. That's right. I wouldn't fly anymore if I didn't have to. This is why I don't mind driving 7 hours to Jacksonville, because these Karens are in the sky now. A woman brought her own microphone on an airplane just to rant about COVID-19. That's right. She's an air Karen, also known as an Aaron. You know, Karen's in the air is an Aaron. And we can watch this video. Oh, Isaiah, there you are. It's been 53 minutes and not one button has been hit till just now. Did you just now find that thing?
Yeah, I just now noticed it laying.
I forgot to tell you, that's part of your new duty now.
I almost hit the fart button. And then I was like,
I said
don't
duty?
wanna hit that.
All right, well, you have fun with that. Hit the laugh button as much as possible. But let's watch this video. Let's all watch the video. Let's watch the Karen, the air Karen, the Aaron, and we'll dissect. So the Alan Jackson. This is a TikTok video that someone recorded in the air.
So
now, how can you make it full screen?
I don't know.
Humans have lost a little bit of faith. And it cost me.
Hold on, let me reload it.
You reload it and I'll read a little bit.
I don't understand TikTok.
Just let me know when you're ready. I'll read a little bit what happened. So this girl on a plane while it was in the air, got up in front of everybody and started pontificating about the pandemic while she was wearing a headset microphone that had like an attached speaker so everybody could hear. You know what I'm talking about? Remember those Mr. Microphones?
Oh, yes.
That's because that's what I was thinking. Like, how did she commandeer the PA? But it's not that.
No, she's got her own individual.
Yeah, like a Miss microphone.
Yeah.
Not a Mr. microphone made by Ronco. This is a Miss microphone made by Psycho. This Psycho up here is like a Wendy's drive-through headset.
Yeah.
Like an NFL referee deal, but you can understand every word that this lady said. You got it?
Yep, got it. Let's play it.
My microphone. This is mine. You can't take it. I tried borrowing yours. You didn't want to let me use it. I brought my microphone. I'm going to use it. This is perfect. Thank you. We're set up great. If you don't take the pandemic started all because humans had lost a little bit of faith. You're going to cuff me?
You gonna cuff me?
You're going to cuff me? Yes. I know you're part of my staff. I don't need to be taken anywhere. I don't need to be cuffed. I'm completely harmless. Also, I think you're all enjoying this because, like I said, I'm not terrible to look at. That's me. The reason why the pandemic
Pause it. Oh, I don't know if you can pause it, Alan. Let's just watch it.
basically because
Can you? Yeah, I don't want to throw you off, but so right away when I saw this, I mean, she looks like a flight attendant.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, she's standing in the aisle. She's in the middle of the plane. She looks just like a flight attendant, by the way. She's got some kind of lanyard on. She's got a nice blouse and a little scarf. So when I first saw this, I thought like, oh, this is a flight attendant who went rogue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like had enough and brought her own PA system and was going to get up there and maybe she's drunk. I actually thought she was going to do the emergency row exit speech at first. You know, the whole thing where
Yeah.
are you willing and able to help in a case of emergency, even if the emergency is me, the psycho lady is. But yeah, it's kind of like she's in disguise as a flight attendant, right? But yeah, okay, let's continue.
Is that a Bob Barker? Remember the old Bob Barker mics?
No,
from like
it's
19
a headset that's got the little. Well, she has taken it off, and now she's
holding it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can actually hear it squealing. There's
Yeah.
feedback in
Yeah.
it. It's her own little speaker, her little PA system squealing. But yeah, let's finish it. The Alan Jackson.
internet. So the reason the pandemic started is because nobody here has anyone safe because you're all stuck to your stupid devices and you don't even know what reality is anymore and you depend on stupid nonsense to determine your
See them
reality.
yellow things right there?
What's that?
As handcuffs. Those are yellow disposable plastic handcuffs. Now look at this. You hear it? That's the feedback on the.
Oh.
She picked up her pet carrier with her dog in it, and now they're taking her to the back of the plane. Yeah. Oh gosh, this drives me nuts. This is why I'm going to drive as much as possible. She's standing between two flight attendants. They're doing their best to get her to the back of the plane. And she says, in case you couldn't understand it, she goes, "This is my PSA. This is my microphone, and you can't take it. I tried borrowing yours, but you didn't let me use it." So apparently before the video even started, she actually tried to use their PA system. You know? Can you imagine that? Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your Karen speaking. If you look to the center of the plane, you'll see a short-haired, deranged female, and she's got issues. And she's got something to say. At least she kept her mask on.
Well, yeah.
Notice that. She got a lot of pandemic talk, a lot of COVID talk.
She's
Leaves the
leading by
mask
example.
on. Yeah, and it did fall down over her nose.
Didn't she say I'm pretty to look at or
Yeah,
attractive to look at?
she did say at one point, she goes,
I know
oh yeah, what did she say? I got it written down right here. She said, yeah, well, the guy who recorded the video is a singer-songwriter named Joni. You ever heard of Joni? I hadn't either. Apparently he's not that big. Not like the Brawny guy. The Brawny guy's big. But this guy got over 900,000 views in 11 hours. It's just now his number one hit. And they're trying to verbally de-escalate the situation. One flight attendant said, "Get in your seat immediately or we're going to have to cuff you." The Karen replies, "You're going to cuff me?" Acting all surprised. "I don't need to be cuffed. I'm completely harmless, and I think you're all enjoying this because, like I said, I'm not terrible to look at." Well, we don't know. You got a mask on. Yeah. We do know you're terrible to listen to with that stupid PA system. She keeps yelling about people not knowing what reality is anymore. She said the reason why the pandemic started was because of the internet, because you're all stuck to your stupid devices and you don't even know what reality is anymore. She was then directed to her seat by the flight attendants where she picks up her pet Karen that contains her dog. And, of course, it's a tiny little dog. All Karens have a tiny little dog, you know. What kind of breed would you say a Karen dog?
Pekingese.
I like you did not hesitate.
No, definitely.
What is a Pekingese? Pekingese?
Pekingese.
I like Pekingese better.
Well, that's for Isaiah. Pekingese.
Yeah, that's not bad. A lot of people would say a Chihuahua, maybe a Terrier.
It's not. I don't know that they'll let a Chihuahua. It's too borky.
Yeah.
They'd probably put a.
Well, there in the air could be Air Bud. Remember Air Bud? Maybe he's making a comeback. She's then escorted to a separate part of the plane by the flight attendants, and one of them is holding what appears to be a yellow plastic handcuffs. And sadly, we don't see her get cuffed, and I'm all for that. You know, we've talked about this before. There needs to be.
We're for duct tape. We're for everything.
Taping them, just open up the hatch, let them fold out. You know, in fact, I think we need. I'm for this. Jail cells on planes. You know, you could call them Nicolas Cages from Con Air. You know what I mean? Remember Con Air, Nicolas Cage? Yeah. There he is. That's my boy. It is getting bad on these flights, y'all, and that no-fly list. Can you imagine? That's going to be longer than a receipt from CVS. It's a long no-fly list. Doesn't say what airline this is. You want to make any guesses as to what the airline is? Like just looking at it, I have guesses. What is your guess? You fly.
I don't think it's Delta.
I thought it's Delta. It looked kind of like Delta, but it doesn't seem like a
Could
Delta.
be Spirit.
Seems more like Spirit Southwest. Could be Greyhound. But yeah, enough of the Karens in the sky. I don't know what happened to her. When we find out more, we'll tell you more. But, you know, the sky is kind of a small town because there's a lot of people up there at all times. So the Sky News.
The town may be small, but the news is
There you go. Bam, everybody. What a fun, quick, exciting show we had. Any questions or comments from the interns?
Well, I could have sworn that this is, you know, art imitates life. I could have sworn they already made a movie about this. Fakes on a plane?
Snakes on a plane.
Fakes on a plane.
Fakes?
Yeah, she was pretending to be a flight attendant.
See, with the mask, I can't.
Sorry.
I don't see the. Yeah, fakes on a plane. Yeah, I'm tired of these motherfucking Karens on these effing planes.
There you go.
How about you, Isaiah?
I just wanted to say it's good to be back. I missed y'all. And
Welcome
I missed
back.
the people out there watching.
Yeah, give Isaiah some love in the comments section. Sebastian, any last final words for this segment?
Welcome back, Isaiah.
Yep. Hit the share button.
Hit the share.
Hit the share button. All right, Alan, we good?
Yep.
We're at a minute two, so we went over an hour, but not that much. We'll do better next time. For the Alan Jackson, for intern Isaiah, for Elliot the intern, for Sebastian, I'm Jon Reep. Bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, dude.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Yeah.
Only if you're not going to be in Bolivia on the 23rd. Only if. Then you may go see Reno Collier. Okay, he's in Lincolnton. He's at the Lincoln Cultural Center at October 23rd. My buddy Reno Collier, October 23rd. Only if you're not going to Bolivia. Okay, I'm first. Reno second. Okay? And hit the share button, please. The share